Speaking of that, before we get into, I think one of the most interesting thing to come out of this debate was the inerrancy thing, which we'll segue into soon. But, around, I forget what exactly he said, but around minute 28 or so, he started mentioning the Septuagint and stuff. And, I've never thought the Septuagint, just saying the word Septuagint gives you a particular canon. Because, first of all, and I've read this from a few different sources, but, I forget what source I saw this from. Maybe it was a Catholic source or not. But, the Septuagint, it's really hard to figure out what was in the Septuagint. At one particular time. And then, but Peter Williams has a really excellent talk, basically that the Septuagint is not a real thing. I'll link to it, but it's, in other words, it's more of a construct where you have a lot of, originally the Septuagint was just a translation of the Torah. And then it kind of over time became so you have different Greek translations of the Hebrew scriptures, and then they start getting called Septuagint. But when Melito of Sardis wanted to know what the scriptures were, the Old Testament scriptures were, he wrote to the church in Palestine because they were Jewish. He didn't go to Rome because the papacy didn't exist, but that's neither here nor there. He didn't go to the Septuagint store and just say, give me a Septuagint and tell me what the canon is. But I think this is one of the biggest misconceptions in this topic, is that just saying the word Septuagint gives you a particular canon, and it doesn't. And then people were debating it. They in the 4th century or so. I don't see people saying oh, just give me a Septuagint and okay, what's inside? That's the canon. So I don't know.